Hello, all my dear Libra friends. This is Maxine Taylor, and I have your forecast for December right here. But first, I want to announce that yes, I am offering a special. It's on my website right now, MaxineTaylor.com. I'm offering discounts on services. Um, and one of the services that I hope that many of you will want to do is a take back your money session with me. When this is when we are blocked, as many of us are right now financially, what we want to do is get rid of what our hidden messages are that are owning us, that are programming us, that have programmed us. Get rid of them and rewrite them, replace them with the truth of what we want. And so that's one of my specials, a face-to-face Zoom session with me for 3 hours. And for those of you who would like just a little gift to give somebody, my book, Take Back Your Money, is wonderful for that. If somebody is struggling, you might want to go to Amazon and get them a copy of this book, because step by step, I show them how to release their programming and rewrite it. Another book that you might want to give as a gift or for yourself is called The Earthbound Trilogy. And I wrote this back in 2014 or 15, something like that. And I've updated it because there is a problem, a very important problem that has surfaced in recent years and is not being addressed, or hasn't been addressed, but it will be, and it's in this book. This is a science nonfiction book. It's cute, it's funny, it's serious, and it includes walk-ins. Are you a walk-in? Do you know walk-ins? Are you an empath? Are you a healer? Are you a star child? It is time for all of us to get together and create the kind of world that we want. The two walk-ins and hybrid in this book all come together, and they create for quite a while a beautiful world where there is peace and love and brotherhood. And then I've got a surprise ending for everybody. Oh, yes, and there's romance in it too. Okay, now let's talk about your beautiful chart. Well, first of all, Mercury is going to move into the shadow of the retrograde this month, meaning it's getting ready to go retrograde, which it will on the 29th. When it's in the shadow, it feels like it's retrograde. So things are confused, very confused. Mars is retrograde all month. And when Mars goes retrograde, it doesn't confuse things, it flatlines things. And so nothing's moving forward. Nothing's happening. So we've got confusion and nothing moving forward. I'm sure you've seen it. Keep that in mind so you don't get angry at your loved ones. Okay, let's start with the sun, shall we? The sun is the yellow planet, and it's the giver of life. It's in the third house of ideas and brothers and sisters. And this is a wonderful time for you to express yourself. Are you doing a podcast? Are you writing books on your own? This opens your eyes. Lots of communication, and you're getting bored easily. So keep the gas tank full, okay? Short trips, like up to the mall. On the 21st, the sun moves into the fourth house, and the light shines on your family, on your home, any real estate holdings you have. In fact, it deals with your emotional security and lights it up. It's beautiful. So this is a time to enjoy the comforts and the love of home and family. And speaking of love, Venus, the pink planet, is love itself and money. It's in your third house, of your conscious mind. And so your thoughts are beautiful. You're thinking in terms of love. When you're speaking to people, you're speaking lovingly. On the 9th, Venus will move into that 4th house, and this adds love and beauty to the home. And Mercury, the blue planet, what we think about and talk about. Well, in the 3rd house, it's in its own house. And so lots of ideas going round and round and round in your mind. And then on the 6th, Mercury will go into the 4th house. And so we'll have lots of talk, lots of communication with family members, a lot of love and beauty involved with home and family. And that is the center of your life. Now, Jupiter, the greater benefic, is abundance. It's blessings. It's money. It's in your 6th house of work, health, and service. And so there's more work for you, but it's an expansion of your job, which is lovely. On the 20th, Jupiter enters the 7th house of friends and well, not so much friends. The 11th house is friends, but it's one-on-one relationships that include friends, family members, even social relationships, business relationships, and you're happy being with other people. These are not necessarily just family members. If you're involved with somebody, excuse me, cat fur. If you're involved with somebody, this should be a beautiful time for you. Now, Mars, war, passion, sex, what we fight with and fight for, is in the 9th house of the higher mind. You're fighting for your principles. You're taking a stand for your principles, but Mars is retrograde. And so it can be just passion. Now, be aware that even though Mars is retrograde and it's, kind of flatlining, we have a full moon on Mars on December 7th. And on the full moon, things come to a head, they explode. And so here you are with a full moon on Mars. You may find that your long distance travel plans change suddenly. There can be impatience to get going, whether it's for a degree or whether on a trip. But if you are, especially with Mercury retrograde, if you're planning a long trip, double check everything, because this 9th house is long distance travel, and we have a full moon there, and we don't want the explosion that a lot of times happens when we have, it doesn't have to be a literal explosion. It can be an argument with someone at a distance. So be aware of that. The full moon is in 16 of Gemini. And 2 weeks later, we have a new moon. And this is really beautiful. On the new moon, energy starts growing and flowing, and it's in your 4th house of home, family, real estate, and emotional security. It's in 1 Capricorn 33. So find that in your birth chart, and you will have the entire picture. So have a wonderful December, and join me again in January when I take a look at your forecast. Until then, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now.